Tonight, though, we're bringing together these three subjects, archaeology, faith, and the Bible, in a discussion about a new National Geographic book, From Eden to Exile, Unraveling Mysteries of the Bible, by archaeologist Eric Klein. Dr. Eric Klein is a biblical archaeologist who teaches at George Washington University. He's a former Fulbright scholar. Eric holds degrees in classical archaeology, Near Eastern archaeology, and ancient history from Dartmouth College, Yale University, and University of Pennsylvania. He currently serves as the chairman of the Department of Classical and Semitic Languages and Literature at GW, where he also has appointments in the departments of Anthropology, History, and Judaic Studies. Eric teaches a wide variety of courses, including the history of Egypt and the ancient Near East, as well as the history of ancient Israel. And he evidently does it in style, for in 2005, Eric received the Archaeological Institute of America's National Excellence in Undergraduate Teaching Award.
It's out there. I imagine a number of you surf the internet, would I be correct? And if you type in things like Noah's Ark, if you type in Ark of the Covenant, tons of stuff come up. In fact, that's one of the projects I have my students do. Their assignment is to go find the most interesting website that they can find on the Ark of the Covenant or something like that. And there's an awful lot of nonsense, shall I say, that's out there. That's a euphemism, but there's a lot of nonsense that's out there. And most of it is written by amateur enthusiasts, and frankly, we don't know what to believe. I mean, my wife's grandmother calls me up all the time and says, they found Noah's Ark last week. And I'm like, oh, did they? And she's like, yeah, I saw it on television. I'm like, well, you saw something on television, but it's not Noah's Ark. So she said, why? I'm like, well, and so I sat there and explained it to her. And after the book came out, bless her heart, she called me up. She said, it sounds like you're just sitting here talking to me when I'm reading the book. I said, good, that's what I meant it to be. So part of the problem is that I think, we've abandoned the field. By we, I mean professional archaeologists, biblical scholars, and all that, have abandoned the field to these amateur enthusiasts and to the irresponsible filmmakers. Now, not all filmmakers are irresponsible, Jesse. Some of them are very good, but others are very irresponsible, and I would say, so we've yielded the field to the public, and as I say, you can tell where I'm coming from. I think we need to take our field back. And I'm about to call, at our annual meetings, I'm about to call on all my colleagues to actively, whenever they publish an article in a scholarly journal, to then put out a public version also, because we need to counteract this. It may be that I'm putting up a straw man, it may be that I'm tilting at windmills, but I don't think so. I think if we don't actively put out the information, then somebody else is going to take it from us. My point was not to solve the mysteries. My point was to put out the information so that everybody can then start to solve them on their own. And so the next time you read a book, the next time you see something on TV, the next time a politician says something, you can sit there and go, actually, wait a minute, that's not the full story. But also because we have so much out there that we can look for. I mean, personally, I would say, why would I go looking for Noah's Ark when I can dig at Armageddon? I know it's there. There are 20 cities, one on top of another. I can go looking for David and Solomon right here. I know where the city is. Why should I go looking for something else? Same thing with like the Ark of the Covenant or anything like that. I mean, just look at what was been found in Jerusalem the last week. I mean, you've got maybe a portion of the Second Temple up on top of the Temple Mount. You've got the huge drainage system from the first Jewish revolt that Josephus says that the people of Jerusalem escaped through in the year 70. Just this morning was the announcement that a new Egyptian fortress has been found down by the Gaza Strip that dates to before the Exodus. So, why go look for these other things when we've got tons of stuff right in front of us? I think I'm on a mission. I'm out to, not to convert people, but to put the information out there. And that's all I really wanted to do. What I say at the end of the book, not to be a spoiler or anything, but I say that this book will not end the debates. In fact, I'm hoping it'll start them, but it'll restart them on a basis of fact rather than fantasy. Here's what we know, and here's what we don't know.